What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's well. Thought I'd come back on. I've just had a quick shower, so see how everyone's doing. Hope everyone's well. Share this out if you can, guys. Well, actually, there's nobody here, so just talking to myself right now. But let's hope it does a bit better this time. But I don't know. If anyone's got any questions, put them in the chat. So yeah, I'll just put a poll out, and I said, "Are you happy right now?" And 4% said yes, and 56% said no. So that's not good. So yeah, so I think if you're not happy, then you need to just start counting your blessings and think, okay, well, what do I have to be grateful for? I know it's kind of cliche, but it's think about maybe say 5 things that you're grateful for right now. Maybe it's your health, maybe it's that you have your family, your friends, whoever it might be, whatever you have in your life. Maybe it's your pet or whatever, your children, your partner, whoever it might be. Just just gotta have appreciation for it, and thank you for the like, whoever that is. Hello, Lauren. Good evening to you. Hope all is well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So I'm just saying, because a lot of people are not really happy right now. So if you're not happy, then you have to try and change your perspective on things. You mean good? Is that what you're saying? Nice to meet you, Lauren. So whereabouts are you from anyway? I'm in York, England myself. Make sure you like the live. We've got 14 people and 3 likes. Can we get the likes up real quick, if you don't mind? It literally takes a second, so just to help with the algorithm, I guess. But yeah, we just gotta try and just stay positive, even though the world kind of sucks right now. But we can't be thinking like that. We've got to just think, okay, well, there's things that we can do in our own lives to keep bettering ourselves, even if there's adversity and we should try and use that adversity as a way to strengthen us, because it's they say that when the going gets tough, the tough get going. It's you've got to use it as an opportunity to build character. When times are easy, then people tend to get more complacent. And hello, Murder Drone, thank you for liking and subscribing. Hello, World at War Wilson, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. So it's if you, for example, you're born and you're lucky and all that, and then a lot of times people end up becoming complacent because it's for example, you get these kids in school and they're so popular, they're good looking and whatever, and they just have a natural way of things, but then over time they become complacent and they just think that they're invincible and that they're going to be like that forever. But the reality is it isn't, unless they try and keep building themselves up. So it's whereas the people who that they started off in a struggling, and they were they were in a family that wasn't doing that well, and it's it's going to be tough, but the payout at the end is going to be worth it. And those who tend to be born with a lot, then they tend to not really appreciate it so much. So about when they lose it all, then they're going to be in for a rude awakening. So you have to really it's when you get a windfall or something like that, maybe, or something good happens to you, then you have to cherish it, because you never know when that could be taken from you. So, and you got to make sure it doesn't get taken from you. I mean, so it might be a person, but if it's a person, then that could be taken from you. Their life could be taken, or some circumstance could happen where you can't see them So cherish every moment that you get with the people that mean the most to you. Um, have gratitude for every moment that you spend with the people that matter, and because tomorrow that could be over. I know it's not likely, but you just never know. You hear all these stories of like people suddenly dying with no warning, and yeah, someone gets in a car crash or whatever, or something happens, and it's like that's it, game over. So but yeah, it's just a lot of people just don't really seem to be. A lot of people are taking each other for granted now, and what I'm saying is we shouldn't be doing that, because like life is precious, and we should be treating each other's life as precious, because we've only got one, and you never know when it's going to be over. You never know what circumstances are going to be. Yeah, so just gotta keep that in mind, don't you? But so yeah, looks like everybody's over on Burpee's channel. So that's what they all are right now. But yeah, oh yeah, but I think they've got enough there now actually. But yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Hope everyone's well. If you are new here, make sure you subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. If you've got any questions, put them in the chat, please. I don't know. I don't know what we're going to really talk about, but yeah, I'm just going to try and not get pissed off at people anymore. It's not worth it. Like, it's like, instead of being reactive, start being proactive. Start to actually focus on things that you can actually change in your life, instead of focusing on things that you can't, because you can't change other people. They have to be willing to change themselves first. So it's like, yeah, someone might really annoy us, but it's like, at the end of the day, we have to just learn to forgive, and we can't always forget, but it's like we have to just let go of that bitterness and resentment in our hearts, and just focus on the things that matter to us, that are how's it going, Frederick Jensen? Hope you're well. Yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, it's just we're not really getting a lot of people in the lives, but I suppose I've got to try and have gratitude for that as well. That it's like, even we've got 3 people, it's still like better than none. So for every person that comes in, it's it's better than having nothing. Otherwise, I would just be talking to myself. Hello to you, it's Miller. Hope you're well. Go ahead, as long as it's appropriate. But yeah, it's just sometimes people can trigger me, but then it could be like a insecurity thing. So you have to then be aware of that and realize that if you're starting to feel triggered, then maybe it's because they're hitting at some insecurity, and that's something that you need to work on. So you gotta just like always kind of think twice before reacting to something. Think, is this really the right thing to do? Because oftentimes people get impulsive and they just cave into like their sort of instincts to do something. But I streamed for 8 hours yesterday. Those 3 people make a real difference. Yeah, if you're on for a long time, if you've got like, say, even one person to talk to, then it's gonna make time go quicker, I suppose. Hello, Mark, good to see you. I saw like Stuart was live, but I didn't get to really watch that. So, but yeah, I've just did a bit of a workout tonight, but I went in the shower and then I've come back on. So you're not doing a live tonight then, Mark? So yeah, my last video is kind of blowing up a little bit. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the video actually gets put out on some kind of like reaction channel, maybe. I don't know, because people like to talk about that kind of stuff, about people talking to somebody behind somebody's back and stuff like that. Oh, you're on tomorrow at 8:30, right? Yeah. You didn't see any of my live earlier, did you? I was doing some like dips and a bit of like neutral grip pull-ups. But yeah, I did a bit of a workout tonight as well. Hi Sparky, good to see you. I hope all is well with you. Thank you for joining as always, guys. So you're all coming in over from like Stu's live, isn't it? But yeah, it's good to have you all here tonight. I've seen a clip. Seeing clip had a busy day, right? What clip was that? But yeah, what have you been up to? Have you done any training today? But yeah, that what was it called? Susie. She was saying that she's noticed changes in my physique, saying that seeing more definition coming on and stuff. So that's good. So I'm noticing like when I look at myself, I'm seeing something changing. So thank you very much, Frederick. So yeah, you have a good one. Classes yesterday. What was that for? Like was it personal training? Yeah. So you'll get a bit of a workout in just doing that, I suppose. But so it's good to do your own stuff as well. He was doing jumping jacks. Oh yeah, that was just early on the live, other live that I was doing. But I did some the other day, and that was like 200 and something. I think I got to. But yes, mate, and strength and conditioning class. Oh yeah, cool. Hello, Yogi. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. How have you been? So yeah. Explosive push-ups. Oh yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, I like doing them sometimes. I was kind of doing a mix. I was doing some like decline push-ups. I was doing a mix of like half reps and full reps earlier. Kind of mix it up a bit. So that'd be good for your upper chest. But yeah, explosive. I like doing like explosive stuff, like plyometrics and stuff. Yeah, they're quite fun. But yeah, do short is game changer. Yeah, yeah, that do's like yeah, just call it like half reps or whatever. Like hit a full body workout today and some cardio. Cool, yeah. Yeah, I did a few jumping jacks earlier, and then I did some like workouts. So yeah, I've been walking around a lot today as well. So but I've been burning a lot of calories. So I'll be having some food after I've finished the live. So, but yeah, but that's good then. So I didn't know you were still there, but yeah. So you said you do. Was it you that said you do like a live streaming or something, or was it the other person? Yeah, yeah, you were saying that you streamed, Frederick. So what do you do on your channel then, Frederick? So strength and conditioning class, that's nothing to do with like personal training then, something. So it's more for like, is that, because that's more like group sessions, is it? Something. I do programming at the minute. Oh yeah, you're enjoying that then? So like, what is it like? What is it called? Is it like software developing and stuff? It's supposed to be quite lucrative, but then again, it's very like competitive as well. So a lot of people can struggle to get work in there, and they can get laid off, and then they can struggle to find new work. So yes, but a bit more advanced, right? So like personal training is more kind of like general kind of stuff, isn't it? I suppose it's like, hello Remy, good to see you again. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, websites, job market is proper shite. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's not good. But yeah, just gotta try and just focus on being the best that you can in your field, and yeah, 1 hour non-stop brutality, right? So is it like a sort of, what is it called, like circuit training or something? But some might say circuit training is not as going to be as effective at muscle building, but it can be good for like the cardio and getting the sweat on. But I think like you could say like the stuff that Jace does is more like akin to like circuit training, because he kind of like does rounds where he like repeats them, and yeah, Yeah, I've had my hair cut today, yeah. Hi, 13, but you were a little upset last time I was here. I don't even remember when was that like. I mean, but just trying to stay positive, but yeah, because I did a video earlier talking about that, but yeah, thank you for the 8 likes, everybody. Just try to like appreciate everything that you get, that, and you gotta accept that not every day is going to be perfect. Some days are going to be a bit off, and you have to just kind of embrace whatever happens. And Jamie, you're a great believer in yourself. Flipping tires, pull-ups, squats, sledge pulls, battle rope, etc. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's fair, man. Hope all goes well. You have a great night, man. Yeah, you take care. I thought you might have been like stick around a bit longer, but okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. Yeah, it's just I just try and have gratitude. I know I keep saying that, but it's like, yeah, it's just that it's like no one's ever seems to be satisfied these days. You know, it's like everybody needs the next new thing. You know, like the new phone or whatever, and then they buy it on a contract all the time. It's like they'll get these expensive contracts, and then that runs out. They get a new phone, and it just keeps on rolling on. Whereas if we'd actually have just save up to buy a phone outright, and then we're probably going to take more care of it, because we're going to be like, well, if I, like wreck my phone, then I'm going to have to buy a new one. So I think the problem is that we're in this kind of like disposable society where it's like, fast fashion and all that, and it's just people buying stuff on finance to then just end up throwing it away after the contract is over or whatever. And they buy it on finance. They say like they say have to like pay it back for like 2 years or whatever, or a year, and then it's like, oh well, the contract's over. I guess it's not now time to buy a new one. So only person you need to satisfy is yourself. Get that mindset. Yeah, exactly. Like people need to stop trying to please other people, because it's never gonna work, is it? Because it's like, yeah, you might then please someone, but then you might feel like, well, I'm gonna have to try and please somebody else, and then it's always like, there's always someone trying to one up somebody, and it's just comparing yourself to other people, and then it's not a good it's not a good mindset to get in, where it's like that your happiness is based on how you compare to others, because then with that you're always going to be feeling unfulfilled, because there's always going to be somebody out there that's doing better, and you might feel like you're always trying to prove yourself to other people, and that you're just never going to be happy, because unless they give you approval, and then it's just a trap that people get in, and you need to just snap yourself out and just be around those that are not so materialistic. And it's like, you don't need to be around people who just like renting Lamborghinis and shit like that to try and prove their worth. That's right, Mark. Some might say though, when it comes to business though, that isn't the case, because you're competing against other people. But the only way to get around that is being like a niche, basically like a very individualized niche, because then your only competition is you then. Because so the problem is a lot of people doing what other people are doing, like they're trying to just copy other people. But if you're doing your own thing, you have your own unique selling point, then you can just like kind of not have to worry about that. So you don't have to like worry about all the other people, because you have your own story to tell, you have your own way of doing things, and your own formula and all that. It's like, so you don't have to worry about what other people are doing. If you're constantly worried about competition beating you out and all that, then you're kind of missing the point, really, because those people are like, they're doing their thing, but you need to stop trying to emulate what they're doing. You have to carve your own niche. Yeah, that's what it's all about, and it's like I don't think there's anybody quite like me, so it's all about refining who you are, building your character up as a unique person that you are. And it's like people have got into this trap of trying to be like everybody else, but then they think, oh, if I just become like Mr. Beast, then I'll become as big as Mr. Beast. But the problem is that Mr. Beast is already there, so why would you want to be like him then? Because it's like the chances are if you try to be like somebody else, then you're not going to be as good at being them as they are. And it's like, even if you try and be better, but it's like you're always going to be burning yourself out trying to emulate other people, and that it's going to stress you out. So what is one country you have always wanted to go or liked the most? Because I'm going on a family holiday soon and I don't know where to go. I mean, Italy looks nice, if it's in Europe that you want to go, but it depends really. But it's not competition, it's life, hunter gatherer. Yeah, it's just that people have this mindset. I guess it depends on what business, if you have a shop or something, but like you have to sort of like have your own thing going on. Like if you sell your own type of products that other people aren't selling, you're doing it in a way that you give your own kind of service, and it's like you're doing things unique, then you're not in competition with anybody. It's only when people are doing the exact same thing. It's like, for example, in Blackpool, for example, they have the chippies, right? And they're like, they're always like trying to reduce the prices and all that, trying to compete with each other, compete against each other. And it's just like, they're all trying to undercut each other. But it's like they're all doing the same thing. Like they're all copying the same formula of like the usual chippy. But it's like if you do something different, then it's like you're not gonna have that same kind of competition. So if you want it bad enough, dig in and grind, take the bad with the good. Yeah, it's like with the training, it's like where you can get uncomfortable at times, but like over time then it gets better because you get fitter, and then that soreness that you get from after a workout, that starts to subside, where it's just like another day at the office. It's like just you work out and it's like you don't think twice, you just kind of like, yeah, this is good, this is what I'm about now, and you don't even get sore afterwards because your body's so used to it. So yeah, it's just I was doing some like dips earlier, managed to get a few of those done, and I think I'm getting better at it and better with like the mind muscle connection and all that, because I used to be really suck at the dips because I was like just kind of swinging about and just didn't really have a lot of strength, and I was just not good mind muscle connection, because like I think part of strength comes down to mind muscle connection, being able to like actually trying to target the muscle that you're trying to target, and not just kind of cheat with using other muscles or doing things with like bad form or whatever. And yeah, but yeah, it's about also you need to have passion for what you're doing as well, because that's really what it's going to come down to. If you don't have passion for the business or whatever you're trying to go for, then you ain't going to succeed, because you're not going to probably bother to keep going when it's getting tough. So like, you get all these like people who just like give up so easily because their heart's not in it. Like if your heart's not in it, then you need to find something that your heart is in it, you know. So I don't know. It's just I don't know. Nobody seems to have passion for anything nowadays. They're just kind of complacency and just I can understand, like, you get the Gen Z that's like giving up and all that, but it's the wrong mentality to have. Hello, OMG players. Hope you are not too bad. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Never change your style. That's what makes you stand out. Yeah, yeah. Because it's like I could be like this whole like hyper fucking guy who's just like being fake and whatever. And it's like people say, "Oh, why don't you smile?" and all this shit. It's like, well, unless I have something to smile about, I'm not gonna put on a fake smile. It's like you have to be true to you, because I'm not just gonna pretend to be something that I'm not. That's just inauthentic. Like that is just, I hate that kind of stuff where people are just so fake. There's, yeah, it's just, ugh. It's just like, it's just fluff, isn't it? It's just, but yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that, person I was talking about in that video, but yeah, I don't know if they've just like ran off with a tail between their legs or something, or what. But it's interesting to see that they seem to have gone a bit quiet now after the whole thing. Like, yeah, hello Avril, welcome back. Hope all is well. I mean, I don't know, because maybe they'll feel like awkward now because I'm calling them out, and it's like I'm not hating on anybody. I'm just saying what I feel, and like it's just certain things that people are doing are just not right. It's like if I feel like something's not right, I'm gonna call it out. That's just my opinion. People can take it or leave it. It's like I'm not kind of to the point where I don't really hate anybody anymore. I'm just like, I just don't have any energy to just like hate people. It's like why would I want to waste all that on hating people instead of put that energy into into exercising and doing things for yourself? Because any time that we're expelling energy on getting aggressive and getting resentful, hating people and shit, then you're stressing yourself out, and it's like energy that could have been put to better use. So it's kind of like how I've always thought about like anger and stuff like that, but I know we can't help it sometimes, but we have to learn to channel it in the right way. If something's pissing us off, do some push-ups or something. It's like the other week when I was like, when I did those, it was like I was just bitter that day, and I was like, so I just did a few push-ups, and it's like, yeah, just kind of get some of that aggression out of you, so yeah, it's like just try to use it as a positive, because if you're feeling angry or whatever, then use it as a motivation to work out, because it's like you're already feeling like pumped, you're already feeling like there's that adrenaline pumping. It's like just channel it into something positive, so turn negative into a positive. They say every cloud has a silver lining, so I'm kind of starting to see that. It's like where something bad happens, but then there's a good way of looking at it, and sometimes bad things happen to us and there's a lesson to be learned from it. Sometimes things happen to humble us as well, like where it's say we start getting cocky and then things happen. It's like, oh, actually, maybe I'm not really, I don't know everything. So a lot of people want to believe that they know everything in the universe, that they think that they're so smart and all that kind of crap. Yeah, like they think they're so kind of clever, but then reality hits them when they're kind of like flustered about something, and then they feel like an idiot, where they need to like get help. It's like, for example, you get these these modern fucking feminist women who are like where they're just being all like kind of, I don't need a man, but then it's like time goes on, and then they change their tune 100%. Like it's like a complete U-turn on their whole kind of attitude that they have, but then it gets to a point where not many men actually want them, especially not the men that they want, or the man that they want. I mean, it's just a lot of people have just been sold a lie. So I mean, I would say it's like not entirely their fault. They've just been bought into this lie, and then they end up suffering the consequences down the line. Yeah. But yeah, he's still there, Mark. So yeah, how's Joel doing? All is well. But it's like we need to stop thinking, I want this, I want that. And because you're thinking from a place of lack. Instead, think of like that you already are or have the thing that you want. Because by being in that mindset that you, for example, if you want love in your life, then you have to find it within. Yeah. Well, that's it, Mark, isn't it? You have to just, what is it? You have to seize the day. How's it going, Mirage? Good to see you again. I hope you're well tonight. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for the 12 likes, everybody. Much appreciated. But, it is a shame that, more people don't show up, but, at least we've got like 4 people. It could be worse. So, just got to try and remind myself that as low as it may seem, it's like there's people that have 0 people watching, so embrace your journey there. That's what it is, isn't it? You have to embrace everything, what the good and the bad, but a lot of the stuff that we perceive as bad is actually can be seen as good. Like I said, the silver lining, it's like every cloud has a silver lining. So yeah, we have to just kind of, it's like, for example, someone, you get these haters, right? You get like King Dale Clark or whatever. It's like, you get him being all like saying this stuff, and it's like all it's going to do is just make me more motivated and want to just like piss him off even more. So yeah, I'm all right, thank you, Timmy. Good to see you again. Hope you've had a good day yourself. Turn negativity into positivity. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, just so I went out, today we're walking around, I had my hair cut, but I was just like, it was kind of sunny for a while. I was like, yeah, this is actually quite nice. I appreciate it, walking around the park. If you saw my video earlier, but just got, the gratitude and all that. Hi Zach, good to see you again. Hope all is well with you. But I got to understand that, there's people, I guess, have other things to do, so it's another thing is like not take things personally. It's like, when things aren't necessarily going your way, it's like, don't take it personally. It's like, oftentimes it has nothing to do with you. Oftentimes there's other things that are out of your control that are happening that it doesn't make you less worthy. A lot of people put their worth into how popular they are or something like that, but if you like do that, then you're always gonna feel disappointed and feel like, have a lot of confidence and all that. So welcome in everybody. Just keep the chat flowing, guys. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. But yeah, I don't know how long I'm staying on here for, but if you've got any questions, put them in the chat, please. Hello, silly gym rat. Good to see you. Have you been here before? I've seen you around. I saw you on live earlier. You're doing some pretty like brutal stuff. Stay true to yourself. Yeah, yeah, they say like be yourself because everybody else is already taken. So again, going back to the whole thing of, you know, the only niche is you, like kind of thing that you should be trying to be. Stop trying to fit into a box that is like that is not you. Like so, like I don't identify with any particular niche. I'm like I have different things that I'm working on, and hello, go via. Thank you very much. So I have different things I'm working on, and like I'm going to be doing the traveling soon, and it's like I'm doing things in, you know, my own way. I'm going to be like busking and using that as a way to make money and be able to fund it all. And so I want to just like live up it up, and I'm looking into like, you know, how I'm going to keep warm, for example, and I'm planning to like camp out and stuff and be like, you know, just travel around and stuff. I was actually looking at, there was this video that popped up. I didn't watch it, but like it's like Leeds Liverpool Canal. I might just like, you know, walk down there. Maybe I'll just walk from one end to the other, you know, and camp along the way. So I get to like see different towns on the way, and I could do some of my performing whilst I'm traveling around. So yeah, I'd be up for doing that. So maybe I could meet people whilst I'm traveling as well. So I could like announce and say, hey, I'm traveling to such a place now, and maybe you can come down and meet me. Once I'm like down in London, I'll be sort of, yeah, probably meet some people there because it'll be quite busy there. So you're welcome. What was your name again? Silly gym rat. Yeah. Sounds awesome traveling. Yeah. Yeah. That's yeah, that'd be cool. Oh yeah. Do you remember when that girl that you was like asking if she was single, yeah? Well, she's not single, right? And she's been talking to me. So I made a video about this. I don't know if you saw it, but she's been talking to me behind this guy's back. So yeah. Yeah. And she seems to have kind of gone a bit quiet now. Yeah, so it's just like, so I kind of like gave her like an ultimatum and be like, you know, it's like either you can get rid of this guy or and get with me, or I'm just like, I'm not going to talk to you anymore because I'm like, I'm done with that shit. Bummer. Yeah, it's like, what is wrong with these people, you know? It's like, I saw the guy that she's with, and he's a fucking like nerdy guy, like just looks like kind of. And it's like I know, hello Natty, good to see you again. I know like they'll say, oh, it's not all about looks, but I'm like, why is she like coming to me then? Like I used to go on like phone calls with her, like on WhatsApp. Some of these calls would go on for hours. So I'm like, she used to like at one time she would be like messaging me every day. Oh yeah, you take care, Mark. She'll like message me every day, and you deserve better. Yeah, it's just like, because it's like if you're going to be talking to me, I'm like, why would I want to be friends with you if like, what's the point? It's like you're with some guy, and I'm like, what? Why are you talking to me? Why do you need me? Why do you need to be friends with me for? Like what? She's got friends, because she does that to him. You think she won't do it to you? Well, the way I see it is that I'm like, I'm the best that she's ever gonna get, so I don't know why she would, but who knows? But like, I know people were saying that, but I'm like, because I actually responded to a comment, and that someone was saying that they think I was being arrogant for saying that, but if she's not attracted to the guy, then that, you know, maybe she settled for the guy or whatever, and then she's no longer like attracted to the guy. She's been on this weight loss thing, and now she's like, oh well, I can do better, maybe, I don't know. And then, but I come along, and she's like, oh wow, he's what you on about? Wake up. I mean, what you mean? Why would you do it to me though? it's like I'm probably out of her league anyway. I mean, let's face it, I mean, if you search up troll face and emojis, why, what about troll face? It's like I'm probably like, if anything, I'm probably would be seen as probably more attractive than her. I mean, she would literally be lucky to have me. So, why would she ever do that to me? What guy that's more attractive than me would even do that? I mean, I suppose you don't really know what's going on, like, I don't know. You don't necessarily know what's going on, like, if she's feels trapped, maybe, I don't know. I mean, we can't necessarily jump to conclusions. I mean, maybe she doesn't feel like she can leave for whatever reason. But I'm at a point where it's like, well, yeah, I'm not really talking to her now. I blocked her off everything other than here. So I'm like, I have no interest in talking to her. So yeah, it's just, but this guy that she's with ought to know what's going on though. I don't know. I was thinking, well, I don't know if there's a way of finding who he is. So I saw it on her Instagram, but she actually told me about the guy from the start. But I'm like, but she was saying she wanted to be friends, but then for a while we were like flirting with each other. I mean, I could literally go through messages that we sent each other. Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Yeah. But it's like, yeah, she's, well, it doesn't seem like she's married to this guy now. It's like, how long has she been with him? So something that's not right there. Like, she just settled. I'm like, what's going on? Like, she was even at one point saying that she wanted to meet me. And she would kept on going about, like, where we would meet and all this kind of shit. I mean, if I had like the thing on WhatsApp right now, I can't do it right now because I'm on my phone. I could literally just go through messages that we sent each other. So, yeah, maybe we won't see much of her from now on. I don't know. Don't tell him anything and don't get involved because what if the guy wants to kill you or for her or something? Yeah, this is the thing. You just never know. And is it that she's maybe worried? I don't know. I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to like I said, I've started to get to a point where I'm like trying to empathize with people that maybe they feel like that they can't get out of that situation, and maybe this guy is a complete psycho. You just don't know because he could get quite possessive and very like paranoid of things, and if she's threatening to leave, and then you just never know with these sort of things. Yeah, I've seen some of like the true crime one. There was one of this guy that was like quite unattractive. He was quite fat looking, and he was with this woman that was like out of his league, and he was always like paranoid that she was cheating on him. So maybe this guy is somewhat of a freak. I don't know, because he looked a bit of a. When I saw the guy, there was something off. Like I don't know, it just didn't look right. Them two being together, it was almost like. Maybe she got with him and it was not really. I mean, I'm trying to like I said, maybe it's not all her fault. I don't know. Like it's like if she's still with him despite not really wanting to be with him, what is the point of that? Is the guy a fucking simp or something, and that's what she's getting out of it or something? I don't know. While she's talking to me behind his back, I mean. Yeah. It's just like I like to like know what's going on with things, and it can be a bit kind of like play on my mind where it's like, what is these people's intentions and shit like that, and why can't they just be fucking honest, like, but yeah, it just fucking sucks when you see shit like this. It's like. Because it's like, oh, I could only be friends, but then but then she was coming across differently. Is it because she realized that she couldn't like keep doing that, and maybe she just got carried away with it, but then we shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, I know. But yeah, there was somebody else that I was talking to that was like worse than that. Like it was really, there was this really little psycho woman. I made a video about it a while ago, and this was around that same time. I was actually after I was talking to that one, and then I was talking to this other one for a while. That was like, it was supposedly like a girlfriend, but it was she lived in Sweden, so I was supposedly going to go over and see her, but she just turned out to be a fucking psychopath. I ended up just like cutting her off because I'm like, it was completely just like, bye, okay then, take care. Is a complete psychopath. So, like, I'm not gonna like put up with like gaslighting and just like mind games. It's like, yeah, I will not be like messed around. So if people want to fucking try shit on me and they want to like mess around and they want to play their fucking games, they better fucking think twice. So yeah, so I'm not putting up with that. Like, I could become a fucking psychopath if pushed to it, but like I said, I need to just try to just be, you know, show love and empathy to people and be like, maybe they're just like, they have their problems and they can't help it. So I have my own problems. You know, I have my own things that I don't know. But it is what it is, you know. So yeah, it's just I can get a bit like attached sometimes, and it's just, you just gotta do things to like distract yourself sometimes, like just try and focus on doing things that better you and not worry about other people that are, you know, what they're doing, whatever. So interesting. Yeah. Wait a second. That's very interesting. Oh, sorry. Hang on. What is that? Sorry, didn't mean to delete that. Hang on a second. I typed her name in the search. Yeah. Very interesting, that, isn't it? I can't fucking find her. Have I put the right name in? Yeah. I've put her name in and yeah, I put her name in and she's gone. Yeah. Yeah, we need to have a fucking celebration. Yeah. So I was like, she seemed to have like disappeared. I'm not even gonna say the name because I don't want to bring any attention to it. But let's just go through my subscriptions, just to make sure that it's not in the. Make sure that. Yeah, let's just. I'm looking through and I can't see anything. Yeah. what's going on then? Because like I said, this woman that was talking to me whilst having a partner is yeah, and I made a video about it yesterday, and yeah, she's gone. It looks so very interesting, isn't it? Yeah, very interesting stuff indeed. Yeah, because it's like she's been fucking exposed. So she just run off with her tail between her legs by the looks of it. Yes. But yeah, so I don't know, it's just that was actually good to see. Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping that it would just like fucking just make her just fucking go away because I didn't want to fucking keep seeing her in the fucking lives. And I'm like, oh, is she gonna be like watching the lives that I go to? I mean, just fuck off. It's like, go sort your fucking shit out. We don't need you like, you know, like in these lives. What you doing? Like, what's your? Yeah, just go and fuck off. Like you. Hang on a second. I didn't spell it correctly. Yeah, no, it's still not showing up. So, yeah, so she's gone. Ha! Yes, yes. I'm not mad. I'm happy. I'm fucking. She's gone. Yes. 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 Yeah, yeah. Yes. Yes, I'm so happy. The fucking woman's gone. She is gone. She is gone. Yeah, right, burpees and chill. Yeah, you too. You alright? Yeah, so the woman's gone. Her channel is gone. It has disappeared. I typed in her name and it's gone. I'm like, I wonder if she's deleted her channel. And it's like, lo and behold, it's gone. She's no longer in these fucking lives. She's no longer in Jace's or Yogi's lives. She's gone. She's been exposed and she's gone now. TTG mod 1 panda. No, I'm happy. I'm good. This is like the best news I've seen for a while. That yeah, she's gone from the YouTube stuff. Good riddance. Good mate. Yeah, good riddance. I'm just like, because that's what needed to happen. Because I'm like, I was constantly thinking, oh, why is she like around like the YouTube lives? Because even if I block her, then other people are gonna be saying hi to her and stuff. The last time I saw her in a live was yesterday in Yogi's live, and she just said hi to him and just like was kind of just went quiet and but yeah, it looks like she's run off with her tail between her legs. So a girl from your live talked to you, then you found out she has a husband, then you expose the fact that she no, basically she told me that she had a partner, but she wanted to talk to me, but would sort of be like flirting with each other. But then, and she was even being all like, kind of being all, oh, I want to meet you and all this shit, just me and you and all this. And it's like, talking in a way that seemed quite, yeah. I don't know who she is, but I've heard bad rumors about her. Where have you heard that? Who even are you then? Are you just some like troll or something? I don't know. But yeah, basically she's like was trying to talk to me, like trying to be friends with me, but yet but we were like flirting, and she was being all like, oh, we can only be friends, and all that because I've got a partner. And it's like, but why are you talking to me then? What is your game? No, I'm just backing you up. Okay, okay, thank you. But yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, I'm so like relieved about that because now I know that she's just completely like gone now. It's like she won't want to like. It's not. No, I don't have a girlfriend now. It's just that there's this woman who was kind of messing around and being all like, "Oh, I've got a partner, but trying to talk to me, but then talking a way that was kind of flirty and being all like, and even saying that she wanted to meet me." But then when I asked her about the partner thing a while ago, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I do have a partner, but I still want to meet you." And I'm like, "Why? What you?" And then she was like, "Oh, I just want to talk and blah blah blah." And then she would get all upset. Now, so I felt like kind of bad, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll just kind of keep talking to her, or whatever." But eventually, like, just I ended up getting to a point where I was like, "I've had enough of this. I don't just want to be like." Just doing all this kind of like friend shit, and it's like I'm like, well, either get with me or I'm just gonna have to cut you off because I'm like I don't want to be in some fucking friend zone shit, and you're just talking to me like whilst having this partner, but it's like you clearly want me more than that guy, but you won't dump the guy. I don't know, she's just too invested or whatever, and maybe she's with a psycho. I don't know, but I'm just glad that I can be done with that shit and just forget about it because she's gone. I mean, because it's like, I mean, I don't know, like, because she wanted to be all friends or whatever, but I'm like, she kept wanting to like call me and shit, and I was like, because I didn't want to just like cut contact with her because it was off TikTok. I met her, and I was like, I didn't want to like, I just felt it'd be awkward to just like cut contact for just be mean or whatever, and just be like, but then it just kind of like, she started kind of like, I remember she was like complimenting me and shit like that, and I started flirting with her and shit, and it was just like, because I went on phone calls, I'm like, because if you're calling me and it's like, you're a woman, it's like, well, what are you doing? Like, but I understand that people might say, well, it was my fault, but you know, it's like, why would she like be talking to me though whilst having a partner? Because I kind of just thought for a while, okay, well maybe she's just like, I don't know, she's kind of like in the process of like leaving the guy or whatever, and I was like, okay, well, it's clear that she wants me. But then I was like, hang on a second, she said she had a partner, so I need to just clear that up. So then it's like, she didn't, I don't know, it was just really confusing. If someone has a partner, you just tell them go talk to their husband. Yeah, I ended up doing that, and I'm like, why don't you go talk to your family, your partner, and your colleagues or whatever? I'm like, you don't need me. And she was like, oh, but you're so inspiring and blah blah blah. It's like maybe it's because she's missing something from her relationship because she actually finds me like really attractive, whatever. But it's like she doesn't want to like cheat on the guy, but at the same time she kind of is cheating on the guy because it's like emotional cheating, basically, is what they call it. It's some might say it's worse than physical cheating, where it's like her heart's not in the relationship and she's like emotionally checked out of it, but she's still with the guy. That's fucked up. But like I need to just kind of forget about it now. But it's just I was just kind of responding. It's just yeah, I don't know why I just kind of went on with the flow. And I guess I would just kind of I'm kind of like the person who'll just kind of like see how far I can go with things. It's hard not to. It's like if you're on a call with someone, it's like they're not with their partner. It's like, well, okay, well, what are you doing with me? It's just kind of weird that she never like introduced me to the guy. Like, if you have a partner, then why are you not it's like there was a time where she was on a phone call and said, "My partner's just arrived," and then she'd cut the phone call off. Um, yeah, she's using him for day-to-day needs, then cheats on the side. Well, if that's the case, she would have met up with me, then done something with me. But I guess she doesn't want to like physically cheat, I guess, or maybe I don't know, because she could have just like met up with me for that. But not that I'd want to do that anyway. What you mean, like a midden? What's a midden? I don't know what one of them is. Yeah, true. If a girl is calling you out of nowhere, it's a huge red flag. Yeah, like it was just like, oh, my partner's just arrived and just cut the call. Hmm. No, I don't know her, just saying I've had some girl like that, right? Fair enough. Um, but yeah, she looks like she's deleted her channel now. So yeah, completely busted and yeah. So she obviously knows that what she's doing ain't right, clearly. The thing is, I remember when I called her out on it a while ago, and she would like break down crying and act like, oh, well, it was just like, what is it, harmless flirting or whatever. And it's like, but I'm thinking, why are you doing that? You've got a partner. I should have completely cut her off at that point because clearly she's not taking any accountability. But it's like it's hard when you invested with someone because you're talking to them a lot. Then you can start developing feelings for that person, and then it's just yeah. But yeah, just gotta be yeah. I don't know. Did you guys see the video or something, or I was talking about where I kind of talked about some of the details? But yeah, I'm just kind of glad that that whole thing is yeah, she's gone now and her channel's gone at least. But don't know if she's still on TikTok or whatever. But I don't even use TikTok. I can't even make a TikTok anymore. Hello, Anton. How are you doing? So yeah. Yeah, so looks like she's run off with her tail between her legs. So it's like the thing is, right? If someone tries to mess me around, I'll just ruin them. Like, I mean, it should have actually just been like, like actually we could have like actually made something happen. We could have both got together. We could have actually like been a network where we could have, got together. We could have made content. We could have been great for each other. We could have done fitness stuff together. We could have, but she's with this fucking loser guy who she has no feelings for, probably. Otherwise, she wouldn't be doing that shit. So, yeah, but people are like saying that, well, if she's doing that to him, then why wouldn't she do it to me? But I'm like, well, if she finds me that attractive, then she's not gonna do it to me, then, is she? I don't know why she would. Hello, Danny, I hope you're well. But looks like she's gone now anyway. It's like you have to have a certain level of confidence about you where the woman that you're with ain't gonna fucking cheat on you because you know your worth. The thing is, if you're someone that's insecure, then you're probably more likely to get cheated on. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy where like you believe that you're going to get cheated on, so you're going to start getting anxious and you're going to be thinking these thoughts, and then it's like, because you don't trust her, and then it's like she's going to sense that, and then she's going to be like lose respect for you. She's not going to love you anymore. Like, that's good then, Danny. So I'm just saying now, like, if you think that your partner or whatever, like, significant other, that they're going to cheat on you, then chances are they will. you know, or they're just going to end up leaving you. So you create your own realities, or I believe it's like whatever your thoughts are. If you think negative thoughts about somebody, then you're going to end up creating negative reality, aren't you? You know, you're going to, yeah. So, yeah, thank you for the 17 likes, guys. Can we get to 20 likes real quick? I probably will be getting off pretty soon. But yeah, see if we can get to 20 likes tonight. Sometimes it's better to stay single. Yeah. I mean, I do want to get with someone at some point, but yeah. But it's better to be single than be with the wrong person. As long as you feel like at peace with the person that you're with, then it can be good. But if that person doesn't bring you peace, then it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress and the anxiety, and because that shit will kill you, literally. Like all the stress and anxiety, that it's gonna wreak havoc on your health. So we talk a lot about health, don't we? And it's like one of the things is reducing stress. How do we reduce stress? One of the big things is getting toxic people out of your life. So you have to get rid of any of these people who want to just, yeah, I don't know. But how's it going, big boss? I hope you're well. Twerkistan, that sounds like a joke. Anyway, hope everyone's had a good day today. But it's just, I don't know, there's like moral decay now. It's like, a lot of it's just out of cowardice, a lot of it. Oftentimes people act in ways that are not ethical out of fears and stuff like that. Like, you'll get, the whole thing of like desperate times call for desperate measures, and a lot of times people resort to very desperate things that most people would never dream of doing. It's like, for example, you had like, there was like, like film about, like you had I think it was based on a true story, the one where like the plane crashed on a mountain and like it was all like snowy up there and it was really cold and there was no food up there. There's no vegetation or anything. It was just completely icy, and it was like, so they were resorting to cannibalizing each other. So some would say that, being a cannibal, is that really moral or ethical? I mean, but it all depends on the circumstance. But some people will literally do things that are so desperate that maybe even cross the line of into immoral or unethical. People lying and cheating and doing things like that just doesn't seem right. People are afraid of, a lot of people are afraid to be honest and tell the truth about things because they're afraid of the consequences. So yeah. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well tonight. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Just try and get 2 more likes, guys. I want to see if we can get 20. That would be really cool if we can do that. Yeah, it's great to have you all here tonight. But yeah, very interesting indeed that the person has deleted their channel by the looks of it. In fact, let me just go through my notifications for like days ago where it's like, just make sure. But yeah, welcome in everybody. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. That'd be really appreciated. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about tonight, but yeah, it's been a good day. I got my haircut today, got my beard trimmed as well, so I feel fresh, But yeah, it seems like weather's warming up a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna go cold again, because then I think, oh yeah, maybe it's like coming to the end of like cold snap and all that, but then it's like, oh no, it's about too soon, sort of thing. It's like, yeah, you don't want to be like doing that where you think like, but introduce yourselves, guys, if you haven't already. So thank you for the 20 likes, everybody. We got to 20. That's very good. I don't know if people are using other accounts or something. Maybe that's what's going on. Perhaps they're like using different accounts to like. Because I'll be the 20th like, but just for 10 seconds. Why would you do that? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so she's gone. So I just looked on a video where she was like put a comment on it. She no longer has a comment on that video, so that means she's gone. She's gone off YouTube now. Yeah. So yeah, she's been exposed, and that's good. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Is she alive? Well, yeah, she should be, but her channel's gone, and she's no longer on YouTube. Well, at least not in the lives that I go to, because it's like, because I didn't really want to see her in all these lives, and because even if I block her, then it's like you'll see other people talking to her and shit, and it's like that she's there, and it just feels kind of awkward or whatever, and it's just for the best that she just kind of fucks off and just leaves us all alone, because because if she has no intention of like actually leaving this guy for me, then it's like, well, what's the point of even being around me? Why you get so obsessed? Just go away, please. Just So she's gone. So anyway, so yeah, hope everyone's had a good day. But yeah, that video's over 600 views now. So yeah, so she's probably going to be getting quite embarrassed about that, actually. That video's now like getting some traction on it. Yeah. Succubus attention demon. Yeah, like what's it called, like the Jezebel spirit or something like that. Like I've heard that kind of like thing. Yeah, so have you heard that before? Jezebel spirit, where they act like they're a certain way. Like, I mean, she came across like really nice and like kind of polite and whatever, and would not do any harm. And it's, you got to be careful of these type of people who seem like so nice and like so forgiving of every single thing, and like they just never seem to be able to, they're like the type that would not harm a fly. And so that's they try and kind of they try to trick you, and so maybe that's what she was trying to do the whole time for her own agenda. I don't know what she was trying to do, but some might say it was, maybe it was attention, but it's just like she clearly was into me, but it's like, who wouldn't be? I mean, I am this like attractive guy, so yeah. Anyway, but clearly she's not fulfilled with her own relationship, otherwise she would need to be doing this. So she clearly values me more than that guy. So I take it as a W, even if you see it as an L or whatever. There's still something good to be taken from it. I've known ones who would still manage to turn the what is it, cat BF against you. She would cheat on a guy, and the guy was ready to beat up the guy she cheated on him with. Right? What you're saying that the guy that she's with would be, maybe he would beat me up, but he looks like he couldn't. He looks like he couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. So unless he's got some weapon on him or some shit, but maybe I'd have to fucking have a weapon with me if I was to ever be anywhere near him, just to be on the safe side. But I would fucking like, fucking, you know, like, yeah, I'm not gonna say on here, but yeah. But I'm a big guy. I can hold my own. I can, yeah. Nobody wants to fucking mess with me. Put it that way. Yeah. It's like people are just kind of like, this just don't make any sense. It's like she could have just took what was offered to her, that I would be like the best guy that she could ever get with. But instead of doing that, she's just too much. I don't know what it is. I'm not hating on her or anything. It's like, I don't know the full thing of what's going on, but clearly she knows that she's doing something dodgy. The way that she's been acting, kind of weird. So there was this other woman that I was talking to a while ago as well, who turned out to be a complete psychopath. She was like gaslighting me. You know what she said, right? I'll tell you a thing that she actually did. I don't know if I mentioned it in the video, where she basically, so what happened, right? I was like on a call with her one night, and she says because there was this other woman that came to my lives on TikTok, and she was saying, oh, what do you think about if I film like me and her and this other woman getting it on? I'm like, you're so fucked up, like, and I just lost my shit at that, because I'm like, but the thing is that for some reason I didn't like, I was gonna just like get rid of her at that point, but it's like, I don't know, it might have just been the whole kind of mindset that I was in, and I just like I didn't want to just like give it up and try to just hear her out with her side of that. She said she had all this trauma and whatever shit, but a lot of times they'll just use all this shit as an excuse, is what I find, that it's like they try to just like, you know, be like, it's like, oh, they're just misunderstood or whatever, and they're actually nice deep down, but they have all this like trauma, and it makes them do stupid and crazy things or whatever. But I don't really buy it a lot of the time now. I'm just like, because I see all these Jezebels and all these narcissists and psychopaths, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, I know, but it's like, it's not the same nowadays though, is it? Like, not very many seem to even want to settle down nowadays. So I'm like, yeah, it'd be great if I could find someone. Maybe I'm just not, I don't really look around for anyone, to be fair, but it's just, it'd be nice if a woman actually would like show some interest. And then to be fair though, I was actually walking out, and I could have maybe made something happen with one, because I saw like, I don't, maybe I was seeing things, but I was like, there was this, I was like cross paths with this woman, and I was like kind of looking her direction, and I saw kind of like a faint smile on her face, like she was like, I just had my hair cut, and I was just like looking fucking fresh and being like, and she seemed to be like, yeah, she was probably thinking, yeah, he's looking good. And maybe because the thing is, oftentimes I would kind of see these sort of like small hints, but I would just kind of not really be thinking, and just be kind of moving on. I'm just kind of focusing on just like walking, and I don't think to be like, oh, maybe I should stop by and actually start up a conversation. So that's kind of my fault, really. I guess I could have probably wasted a lot of opportunities where I see like some woman who seems to be showing some you know, like IOIs they call it, or indicators of interest or whatever, and it's like, Maybe I could have made something happen, but I just wasted an opportunity. But it is what it is. But I suppose you're better off just like going to venues where like there's going to be a lot of people. It's just I don't go out drinking and shit like that, so that's not for me. But I'm gonna have to just kind of figure something out. Because like I made a video about this a while ago that I do want to start to focus on like dating and actually finding a woman I could settle down with. But just because like centuries or was it decades ago where like they settled down at my age, but times have changed now, like obviously people are living a bit longer and they're not having to worry too much about settling down at a younger age. There's even people having kids older now because they can do things like they can even do things like IVF and stuff like that nowadays. They can kind of like leave it a bit longer, so that they're not prioritizing that as much. So oftentimes you'll get a woman up till about the age of 30 that just isn't really that interested in dating so much because she's more focused on her career or whatever, this whole boss babe thing, which oftentimes can be a disaster and they regret it a lot of the time if they leave things too late. But not saying get a kid and family, but talking on phone is a waste of time. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. I would wait for a woman that is obsessed about settling with you. I'd never reveal such interest as a man. Yeah, I think that's something I need to like stop doing. It's just hard because like it's just I think it's just a natural thing to want to like kind of show appreciation for somebody, and it's like I'm just not naturally someone who would just try and act cold and all. I don't like that. I don't like to, but maybe I should only like show the interest when they actually show me interest, because then I'm just wasting it on somebody that doesn't deserve it. So, cause I'm like, if they don't see my value, then what's the point? I actually had this one I was talking to, and I tried talking to her again the other week, and I was like being all like kind of. So it was on my Facebook actually. It was someone that I added on there a while ago because it was another one that I met from when I used to go live on TikTok. And she was being all like, "Oh, you're only talking to me now because you have nobody else to talk to." And it's like I'm thinking, but she was the one that created that. If she'd have just got with me like when she had the chance, then that wouldn't have happened. But she was bothered about because I was talking to other girls, and it's like, well, because at that point nothing had actually happened. But if she'd have actually kind of been serious and we could have actually made something happen, but it's like, what's wrong with like talking to other girls when you're not even, there's no official thing going on. And it's like they want to think that they're the only one that you'll ever go for, but it's like there's other people out there in the world beside you that I could be going for, and it's like, I don't know, is it just some insecurities or whatever, or is it just us trying to play mind games or something? It just kind of is what it is, but I try not to focus on that now. It's like they miss out, it's like whatever. They don't see your value, so it's, yeah. Or either that, or they really do see your value and they don't feel like they live up to it themselves. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, that's the problem. Yeah. They have so many orbiters, they have their pick of the litter, it's very hard to stand out. Well, I actually think I do, really, but I don't know. I'm like, yeah, I'm better looking than most of these guys. But yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I was like doing pretty well on TikTok, and but they were all just fucking pick me's. Like they couldn't stand it if I was like, yeah, not giving them like all my attention. It would just, yeah. A lot of them, to be fair, they were quite young. Like they weren't obviously like they weren't underage, but they were I suppose that might have been the problem. They were just at an immature age, a lot of them. And but the thing is, even some of the ones that were older, they were still immature and just fucked in the head. So it doesn't even matter what age they are. They're all the same pretty much. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe they like the fucking. I'm not gonna say the word, but you know what I mean. These kind of like gay-looking fucking guys. I'm not saying it's like anything against gays, but like it's just why is it that these fucking guys are what fucking they're into? But it must be the age of these fucking women that are just for whatever reason they go for these fucking gay ass looking fucking that put fucking sea salt in their hair and fucking bullshit like they're not even fucking real men. Like I'd probably just like fucking knock them over with my little finger. Like they'd literally just like fall to the ground just by me just prodding them with my little finger. They're that fucking weak. But yeah. But that's the game. Well, I'm not playing that fucking game, you know. I ain't gonna turn myself into a fucking pussy, like whatever, that look like a fucking with the fucking broccoli hair and all that shit. It's not me, you know. I'm not gonna change myself just to get some fucking skanky fucking filthy fucking disgusting head case. Like, I mean, why would anyone want that? Yeah, most of these on there are just like very, yeah. There's a lot of like entitled people and a lot of just, yeah. I'm just ranting now, but I don't, like I said, I need to try and stop focusing on the negativity. Anyway, thank you for the 22 likes, everybody. But I've actually been doing like the looksmaxxing and stuff, but hello Foxy, how are you doing? For us, it's effed up. But that's what we're competing with. I'm not competing with anything. Like I said earlier, it's, you know, I'm not out to compete against people. It's like, if I'm not like your first choice, then I'm not interested. Like, if I'm competing against somebody and that they're thinking that there's somebody else that they're trying to like talk to and be like, it's like, yeah, if you're just like, but then again, that might make me sound like a hypocrite because I would talk to other girls. But the thing is that the reason I would probably do that is because I don't really have much trust in these girls to be like serious. So I'm like, I'd have to kind of talk to different ones just to kind of spin plates and in the hope that you can maybe get one that where you both actually really are into each other. Whereas for women, it's like they got so many options. It's like, well, they could easily get someone if they want to. So unless I'm their first fucking choice, I'm not interested. They have to be head over heels for me. I don't give a fuck now. It's like, yeah, if I'm not like, if you don't see me as like the prize, then I'm not interested. Because most of these are not even worth my attention anyway. Why was I even giving my attention to that fucking, you know, that woman I was on about, or these women? Most of them ain't even that fucking special anyway. Maybe it's just some scarcity mindset that I have, I don't know. Probably it's something that stems from when I was younger and I was in school and I was awkward, and it's like, that fucks me up, like, because I'm like, I always felt awkward and like I was not really good enough or whatever, so that's alright, Foxy, no worries. but thank you for the like. I don't know. It's just yeah. Maybe some people will just see you as vulnerable. I guess if they, especially if I start talking about like the neurodiversity and all that kind of stuff, and be like the autism and all that, they might think, oh well, I guess I can maybe like use him because he might be vulnerable and I can exploit him for my own gain because he might be one of these naive kind of nice guys. But the thing is that what they don't realize, they end up crossing the wrong person and they end up regretting it. So yeah, because I ended up actually with this other one that was on from Sweden, I ended up snapping at her at the end and saying something that was quite, I was basically narking the narc. So yeah, she ended up just completely stopped talking to me after that. She stopped trying to like email me and all this shit because she was just sending these weird emails to me, just really creepy shit. And so I was like, so I said something like, I ended up saying something to her that really fucking like gave her the message to just leave me the fuck alone, and because yeah, I do not want anything to do with you. You're just wasting my time and giving false hope. So yeah, no, goodbye. You have to just be willing to just like cut things off when things just don't seem right. It's like, yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this. I'm gonna have to, cut it off for my own sanity, because you have to prioritize your peace. Because if you don't have your peace, then you're stressed and you're just like anxious, and then your cortisol is spiked up, your adrenals are spiked up, and you just, yeah, it can make you have a short life. Take care, Foxy. I'll see you again soon. You could end up like, like limiting your lifespan because of these fucking freaks. So yeah, but this is kind of like the positive thing to take from this. Focus on your peace, focus on your own happiness. You don't need anybody else to make you happy. It comes from within. And yeah, so with that being said, hope you all enjoy the rest of your day or night. I shall see you all tomorrow. All right, peace out. Bye for now.